Thanks for joining us from our studios in Israel. I'm Aaron Porras here with ILTV's Morning Briefing.
A Palestinian was killed in a gunfight with IDF soldiers in the West Bank this morning. Troops from the IDF counterterrorism unit had been sent to arrest Basil al-Araj, 31, from Bethlehem, who had been suspected of being part of a terrorist cell targeting Israelis. During the raid, al-Araj opened fire on IDF forces, who then promptly returned fire, killing the suspect in the skirmish. Inside his house, police found an M16 assault rifle and a Carlo-style submachine gun. Al-Araj had been imprisoned by the Palestinian Authority for 6 months last April for planning attacks against Israelis, prompting calls for his release from Palestinian activists. No IDF casualties were reported in the gunfight. This comes a day after another attempted attack when yesterday, border police arrested 2 Palestinians at the Tapuach Junction, suspected of attempting to carry out a knife attack. Officers approached the two and discovered that one of them was in possession of a knife. After questioning the men, officials concluded that they had been carrying out reconnaissance of the site. The Tapuach Junction in the West Bank has been the site of numerous terrorist attacks, though the rate of attacks has sharply declined in recent months. For the 4th time since the opening of the investigation, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is being questioned by police regarding his acceptance of expensive gifts from wealthy businessmen and then acting in their interests. The case, dubbed Case 1000, is being conducted by the Lahav 433 Anti-Corruption Police Unit, and while they've stated that the Premier's frequent travel has delayed the results of the investigation, they still reportedly believe that Case 1000 will result in a criminal indictment. In February, the Lahav Police Unit said that depending on the results, they would most likely choose between 2 options: to charge the Prime Minister with breach of trust, or to charge Netanyahu with both breach of trust and accepting a bribe. Netanyahu's response to the reports, released in a statement, was that the police couldn't possibly know everything until the investigation is over, and that, quote, "what more is there to investigate if they indicated that they will recommend an indictment? This is what happens when preconceived notions clash with facts. Like I've said before, there will be nothing because there is nothing," end quote. Azaria, the former IDF sergeant and field medic who was convicted last month of manslaughter, is back in hot water, as the prosecution has begun setting up to appeal his current sentence of 18 months in prison. Shortly following the sentencing hearing, Azaria's legal team filed an appeal of their own to lessen, if not overturn, the verdict and/or sentence. The appeal against Azaria's conviction is set to be filed within 3 days and reportedly requests the minimum sentence of 30 to 48 months, suggested by one of the 3 judges presiding over the case. 21-year-old Azaria was convicted of shooting dead Abdel Fattah al-Sharif in March of 2016. This was after Sharif, who had just stabbed a soldier, was already neutralized. Everyone loves Hollywood star George Clooney, but one Israeli company took some heat for loving him a little too much. Today, Nespresso lost its lawsuit with the Israeli company Espresso Club after it brought charges against them over their use of a George Clooney lookalike in their television advertisements. Over the past 2 years, the small Israeli company has been running a series of ads spoofing Nestle's Nespresso coffee commercials and their Hollywood star spokesman, George Clooney. The Tel Aviv Magistrates Court ruled that the Espresso Club had neither harmed Nespresso's reputation nor infringed on their copyright. At the end of last week, the Tel Aviv District Court upheld the ruling of the lower court and required Nespresso to pay Espresso Club's expenses of 110,700 shekel. The Espresso Club's ad features a disclaimer informing viewers that their actor is, in fact, not George Clooney. Today, a crisis was averted when a frantic search for a missing 2-year-old was called off when it became apparent that the toddler had gone on a solo 50-mile joyride on an intercity bus. Police were frantically searching for Sarot, who managed to board an intercity bus in Bnei Brak and traveled all the way to Netivot, 50 miles south, where police waited to pick him up and take him back to his family. This isn't the first time an Israeli child has wandered off on a solo bus ride. In December, a 6-year-old in Jerusalem went missing and wound up safely in the Palestinian city of Hizmeh in the West Bank.
That's all for now. I'm Aaron Porras, and see you later with our main daily broadcast from Israel at 2 p.m. Eastern Time.